Do you know that King Louis XIV had a secret affair and marriage to the babysitter of his illegitimate children? Let's get into it. Madame de Maintenon was having a rough go of it. When her husband, a famous poet 25 years her senior, died, his pension quickly dried up. She was well educated and well connected, but she knew she couldn't survive much longer on the charity of her friends. Luckily, Madame de Montespan, King Louis XIV's current mistress, was looking for a governess for her love children with the king, and she thought Maintenon was the perfect woman for the job. When the king first met Maintenon, he said she was unbearable. In his eyes, she was extremely religious and maybe even a bit shrewish, but she had the brains for the job, so he hired her anyway. As time went on, the king found himself increasingly drawn to Maintenon. I mean, sure, she was opinionated, but she had a knack for telling it like it was without being an asshole. She also stood in stark contrast to his current mistress, Montespan, who was demanding, indulgent, and fought the king as hard as she loved him. As the king reached middle age, he found Maintenon's level-headed, charitable, and maternal nature much more appealing. When Montespan noticed his growing interest in the governess, tensions started to run high. Her and Maintenon frequently fought over how to educate and care for the children. Maintenon is a complicated woman and, in my opinion, sneaky as hell. I mean, she didn't just climb the social ladder, she pole vaulted over it. After Montespan left court due to the affair of the poisons, historians believe that Maintenon and the king's relationship got physical quickly, even though the whole time she was urging him to pay more attention to his wife, Queen Maria Theresa. The cognitive dissonance is real. And when the queen died, the king wasted no time putting a ring on it. Just a few months later, the king married Maintenon in a secret ceremony in the middle of the night. The marriage was morganatic, meaning that she was never recognized officially as queen or publicly as his wife. However, she still held quite a bit of influence over the king. He frequently sought her counsel and also kind of killed the vibe at court. There were no more operas during Lent, no more public mistresses, etc. When the king died, Maintenon retired to her girls' school where she dedicated the rest of her life to lifting young women out of poverty through education. I am personally fascinated by the idea that Maintenon was so pious and virtuous, but then ended up becoming the king's mistress and then later basically Queen of France. Do you think she knew what she was doing, or was she just sort of going with the king's flow? Leave a comment down below and